What up, nerds? Welcome back to the Nerdy Narrative. My name is Leslie Smith, and today's video is all about bookworm endorphins. That's right, it's a book haul. You've already seen the thumbnail. You know what is coming. I was talking to my father-in-law on the phone. He was telling me that he and my mother-in-law and Chris's grandmother had sent money for my birthday, and when we were getting off the phone, he's like, go spend your money. I mean, I did. I literally did exactly what he told me, just like a good daughter-in-law should, and I am about to show you all the books that I purchased with my birthday money, plus I have a few that were sent to me by some of y'all, so let's just jump right into it. The first book on this pile is called Games for Dead Girls by Jen Williams. I did a video recently where I was talking about how Jen Williams is the author of one of my favorite science fiction fantasy trilogies of all time, and my friend Stacy is the one who actually gifted me that series. She's also the one who sent me this one for my birthday. This is, I believe, a horror mystery thriller novel by Jen Williams. I'm basing that off of the title and also the little tagline on the front that says, "Some games are deadlier than others." A brilliantly crafted tale of unexplained disappearances and macabre urban legends. I am a huge lover of urban legends, if y'all didn't know. I have read so many short stories that have been inspired by well-known urban legends. I cannot wait to read this one. Huge thank you to my friend Stacy. Stacy also sent me a book by Christopher Golden called The House of Last Resort. Several of Christopher Golden's books have caught my attention. They're on my want to read list. This will be my first one to read by him. A lot of my favorite horror authors have blurbed this one. I'm gonna read the one by Alma Katsu. The king of horror thrillers does it again. With this thoroughly modern exorcism story, Golden will make you believe in the existence of true evil. I am going to have to fit this one in sooner rather than later. Just cannot wait to read this one. I'm so excited. Oh, okay. That's a good smell. That's a good smell. Which reminds me, I didn't get a good whiff of this one. That one, not so much, but we still got plenty more we can sniff and try out. Next in the pile here, I have This Charming Man by C.K. McDonald. This is the second book in the Stranger Times series. I do have a dedicated non-spoiler review for this book. I'll have it linked in the cards for you to check out, as well as the one for the first book in the series. This has become one of my favorite series, a favorite author for sure. I have absolutely loved every book in the Stranger Times series. There's 4 out at time of filming. Each book continues to build, get better, get more characters, expanding on the world. Just love it. My bestie over at the Literary Apothecary, Kate, sent this one to me for my birthday, and I was just so thrilled to be able to get another one in that series. I got 2 more left to go, and I wish I had remembered I needed the other 2 books before I blew all of my birthday money on other books, but that's beside the point. Moving on. The next stack that I'm going to talk about here, these are all books that I bought myself for my birthday, beginning with The King of Crows by Libba Bray. This book will round out and complete the Diviner series that I'm collecting by this author. I read the first one last year. I immersion read it. The audiobook narrator is January Lavoie, and I was just captivated by her narration, the story. I am eager to finish this series. My late friend Sharon Dwyer, who we lost back in December, she sent me the second and third books in this series because it's one of her favorite series, and as a little personal tribute from me to her memory, I want to finish the series, but I wanted to get the 4th and final book so I could just go back to back and read those. So that's why I picked this one up. Absolutely no scent whatsoever. Doggone it. On to the next one. Let's see. No, it has some sort of scent. I'm not sure what it is. This is When Swords Fall Silent. Y'all have to get a good look at this cover. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? This is a fantasy anthology. It's edited by Bryce O'Connor. I backed it on Kickstarter for one reason. There is a short story contained in this anthology that is written by M.A. Carrick that is set in the world of the Rook and Rose series. Mask of Mirrors, Liar's Knot, Labyrinth's Heart, that series right there. And as soon as I saw they were going to have a story in here, I had to have this collection. I'm really pleased by the level of quality that has gone into this creation. I happened to flip over to the story by Marie Brennan, who is one half of the author duo M.A. Carrick that wrote the Rook and Rose trilogy. Look how beautiful this this title page is. I'm gonna enjoy reading this one. Let's see. The When Swords Fall Silent anthology showcases the imaginations and talents of more than a dozen of the best modern science fiction and fantasy authors, with each tale centered around one or more characters burdened with a bloody task they will see to completion no matter the cost. Yep, that one's going on the TBR. Next in the pile is an auto by author, T. Kingfisher. I am slowly collecting all of her works. What Feasts at Night is the newest release by T. Kingfisher. It is the sequel to What Moves the Dead, which I still haven't read. I cannot believe I haven't been able to squeeze these tiny little books into my TBR yet, but that's just how it goes. Absolutely no smell whatsoever. Y'all, surely one of these books is gonna smell good. The next two books in the stack inspired a recent video that I filmed. Have no idea if it's on the channel yet, but I have the latest release in the Crescent City series by Sarah J. Maas, House of Flame and Shadow. I have no idea if these books are any good. I haven't read the series yet. I've never read anything by Sarah J. Maas yet. But what I can say are all of the covers are absolutely gorgeous. Just stunning work. Stunning, stunning, stunning work. That one smells kind of good. Yeah, I could do this. Same thing, but different author. I've got Empire of the Damned by J. Kristoff. This is the second book in Kristoff's Empire of the Vampire series, which I haven't read yet. Oh, that's bad. That's blah. Note to self, do not smell that one again. And these last two that are in my Happy Birthday to Me stack, just like the previous two, it's an author I've never read anything by before. This is going to be hilarious either way. It's going to be fun to read and maybe love, or it's going to be fun to read and maybe love to hate. At any rate, the first book is a patron pick of the month for April. It was picked by my friend and author John Palladino. I'm making sure you all know who it is that had me read this book, just in case it doesn't turn out well. We all know who did this to me. And the book, the series that I'm talking about here is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. A new goal of mine for 2024 is if I read the first book in the series, go ahead and keep going until I either finish the series if it's a completed series, or read all the books that are currently out in that series. So I checked to see how much Iron Flame was, and it was on sale for super cheap, so I went ahead and got both. So if I do end up liking Fourth Wing, I will be able to go right into Iron Flame and fulfill one of my goals for 2024. Win-win. Maybe. If not, some lucky Pango book shopper is going to get a steal of a deal on those. My next little mini stack of books here are books that were sent to me by friends of mine. First up is Mickey 7 by Edward Ashton. This book has been on my TBR for a very long time. Nakia over on the channel Nakia's Hideaway loves this series. Her love for this book, the way that she talks about it, had me adding it to my TBR. You can always tell when I've watched one of Nakia's videos because you'll see me add every book that she's talked about on there. This is one of those. My friend Suze sent this to me. She accidentally purchased 2 copies of this book, which, is there a bookworm out there who collects physical books who hasn't done this? I believe we've all done this. I've done this multiple times. Even though I have an app to track all of the copies that I have, I still do it. At any rate, she asked me if I had read this one yet. I said no, it's on my TBR, and she said, well, I'm gonna send it to you. So she and I are gonna be buddy reading this one. And Suze also included this little collection of Mary Shelley stories. I believe there's 3 or 4 little short stories in this one. I'm gonna read this one when I read Frankenstein and when I reread her biography novel that I have. The next 3 books were sent to me by my friend Ev. The first one in this pile is Before the Devil Knows You're Here by Autumn Krause. Autumn Krause is an author that I am completely unfamiliar with. A fresh look at American history and folklore, weaving familiar mythology into a fantastical and horror-tinged tale about the deals we make to survive and scars that never fade. I have a pretty good idea I'm going to enjoy this one. The next one she sent me is called Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. I believe this is a fantasy that is inspired by a couple of plays by Shakespeare. I can't really remember, but I read about it somewhere or I saw a review somewhere. But I had this one on my want to read list, so I was excited to find that one in the box from Ev. And the final one is called The Revels by Stacey Thomas, another author that I'm unfamiliar with. I really like this cover. It's kind of got that gold foil on it. The stage is set and the witch hunt is about to begin. England, 1645. Yep. A witch hunt, I'm in. I wonder what the significance of the little mouse with the little Shakespearean ruffle around his neck means. I wonder if he's a guy that's turned into a mouse for some reason. I will be sure to let y'all know as soon as I read that one. Now I have 3 more books here. These are books that I requested from publishers to read and review. The first one is The Ark for Chris Panettire's upcoming new release, The Redemption of Morgan Bright. I know you've heard me talk about Chris Panettiere on this channel. His science fiction novel, Stringers, is one of my favorite science fiction standalone books that I have read to date. It's been in so many of my videos because I love that book so much. This book is Chris Panettiere dipping his toes into the horror genre. I am so excited. The early reviews that I have seen of this one have been overwhelmingly positive. I signed up to be part of the book tour. I believe my date is somewhere around mid-May. It's gonna be hard to keep my mouth quiet after I read it until mid-May. I did it to myself because I wanted to be part of the book tour, the big celebration for this new release. A huge thank you to Angry Robot Books for sending me a physical copy of that one to read and review. And then the last 2 that I have here to show you were sent to me by Saga Press, an imprint of Simon & Schuster. I was recently accepted into the Saga Press crew, the influencer program, and the 2 books that I requested I was approved for, both by authors that I have read before. I have enjoyed everything that I've read by them, so I was very excited to read these 2 new releases. The first one is The Reformatory by Tanana Reeve Dew. I cannot wait to crack this one open. In fact, I am adding it to my TBR next month. I have no idea how I'm going to work that out, but it is going to be done. Oh, how about that? 2 of my top favorite authors ever. S.A. Cosby and Stephen Graham Jones blurbed this one. I am so excited. Again, I've seen a lot of positive reviews for this one, so I can't wait to read it and tell y'all my opinion about it. And then the final book here is the newest by Gwendolyn Keast, The Haunting of Velkwood. Y'all, I love this cover. Okay, let's look at it together. If you look at it, you see that there's one girl up top here, and then below there's 2 people in the reflection. Oh man, that looks so cool. One of the most original ghost stories you will ever want to read. Yeah, another one that's going on the TBR next month. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed getting to see the newest additions to the Nerdy Narrative Library, just seeing some of these beautiful covers. I hope you're even more excited to see me review them in the coming months. Are you shocked about any of these books? Honestly, I think some of y'all are going to be really surprised at Jay Kristoff and Rebecca Yarros being on here. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below. Do you think I'm going to like Fourth Wing? I think I might. There's a possibility. I've been in that kind of romantic-y kind of mood lately, so we'll have to see what happens there. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.